Hello. Whoa, sorry. Thank you, Ron, so much for that interesting speech. I'm kidding, it's fantastic. Thank you guys so much for being here. To be totally transparent, I expected maybe like 5 to 7 people to show up. So this is really exciting, so thank you. And welcome to the very first Pineapple Laughs Intro to Improv Comedy Showcase. That is such a mouthful. Yeah, and I don't mean that in a sexual way, because everything here turns sexual. I know these guys are gonna knock it out of the park, like my dad likes to say. They're gonna blow your ass out of the water. He literally uses that term. I've never heard anyone else use that. But we're really excited to be here. I'm from South Florida, and I was in Los Angeles for about 10 years, and I was acting and doing comedy. And so when I moved to Jensen Beach, I really wanted to bring comedy here, but I didn't know how. So when Ron introduced this idea to me, I was so excited and also so confused, because Ron is many things, but funny. I wasn't sure. Turns out Ron actually has one of the most outrageously bizarre senses of humor I've ever come across. As you could probably tell, I mean this in the best way possible. But he's a very funny guy. And these guys who are about to perform, they also have very interesting senses of humor. This whole class has felt like I've been teaching a group of teenage boys comedy who have just discovered South Park for the first time. That's what it's been like. It's been very interesting. I was in LA for 10 years, so I got very politically correct. And so on the first day of class, I was like, you can't be politically correct here, am I right? So the first day of class, I was like, okay, these are the things you're not gonna joke about. It's very obvious. You're not gonna be overly sexual. You are not gonna make jokes about minors. And you're not gonna make jokes about harming people or animals. And within the first 5 minutes, they literally nailed every single one of those jokes. I just told them not to make. It's like they went off the checklist. And it's been refreshing though, because being in LA, it's like, if you sneeze the wrong way, someone's gonna get offended. You know what I mean? Anyone been to California? Yeah, okay. So in Florida, if you sneeze, people are gonna debate whether or not germs are like a government conspiracy. Like 2 very different worlds. And I thought I'd feel at home, maybe going to Palm Beach, because I was like, oh, it's like Beverly Hills, Turns out it's not. It's a lot older and a lot more facelifts, surprisingly. I was there last week, and I saw at least 7 women who couldn't blink. It was like a wax museum. But I love Jensen Beach, and I am very excited for this show, so you guys should leave. I should have said that earlier, goodbye, and they will be back in a minute, and we are going to get started. I'm gonna actually explain the rules of this, because does anyone know improv comedy? Familiar with it? Yeah? Right, some people? So I like to say, whose line is it anyway? Yeah? Okay. So it's like that, so basically it's all off the cuff. The first half of the show, I'm gonna give them specific scenarios to act out, so it's giving them a little more information, and then the second half, we are going to get audience suggestions, so somebody will throw out a word, and they are going to then do a scene based off that word. So we don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, I think they're back there. Are you guys back there? Yeah, okay, all right. So they came up with this name themselves. This is their improv group name, and it is Battlestar Prophylactica. So you guys wanna come on out? There they are. Okay, this is Rob, and Corey, and David, and Bill, and Ed, and Ron,